Hello, fellow financial experts, leaders, and friends. My name is Dr. Mark Lethede, and I am a financial advisor with World Financial Group in Canada, and I'm making this presentation about my ability to help and serve people financial services in the United States with the help of my supervisor, Andy Pham, who's a senior marketing director out of California with World Financial Group for over 13 years. So let's get into the presentation. As you can see, Andy Pham, he's, I guess, my mentor, my trainer. And as you can see, I'm an agent in training, which means I'm a licensed life insurance investment agent that's started with World Financial Group only recently. So I was able to pass the very difficult 4 exams in Ontario, Canada, to get my license in Ontario. However, it was Andy Pham that actually recruited me in the United States, in Florida, which is a wild experience because he's in California, I'm in Canada. We both find ourselves in Florida. I moved to Florida for a temporary work, and Andy actually comes there to expand and open the office in Florida, and also to meet me as part of it, which blew my mind, which was amazing, great, so honored, so lucky to have such an expert come and meet me and teach everyone on his team in Florida too. So I met Andy in person, and I met his family, and great human being, hard worker. And I really look up Andy because I studied science. I studied biology, chemistry, genetics, whereas Andy, he studied like investments, finances, business. So he's really the mastermind, and I'm more I'm working to become the mastermind. I'm what I want to share with you today is everything I've learned through Andy and the American system, and that I'm able to help Americans with their financial services. And even if they want to join the company too, they can as well and become one of me, one of Andy, and one of you. Right? There's only one of you. So what I would suggest is please go to my website, which is in the description below. You can schedule an appointment. If you go down to schedule an appointment here, let's go to my website right now. So you can see, right, I speak English, French, Espanol, Portuguese, French, English, French, Spanish, Portuguese. And if you go here, some financial independence, some information. A video here that I wanted to put is the high cost of waiting, right? So if you go here, you see that earlier started saying the less money you have to put in your retirement goal. So if you click schedule an appointment, I'll come back. It'll bring you down here to schedule appointment, no obligation appointment with Mark. First name, fill out your name, last name, email address, mobile. And I will get back to you as soon as possible to set up the appointment. It will be with me and Andy, and it'll be by Zoom. I'm located in Ottawa, Canada, and he's located in Irvine, California. But he's my American leader partner that we can help sell services to Americans, and that's really exciting for me because I want, one, as a life insurance person, I want to talk to everybody worldwide. And right now World Financial Group is mainly Canada, United States, but I foresee a world insurance and investment company in the future, and I want to start talking with people because I'm not here to make money for Canadians or Americans. I'm here to talk to people worldwide in the spirit. It's the spiritual experience. The money will come, but it's all for the spiritual advance, and that's really my motivation for wanting to help you today. So let's get back to the presentation, right? Perfect. So World Financial Group. What I wanted to do is I wanted to give a presentation on who we are, who we work with as a broker, because, right, World Financial Group is not the insurance company. We are the broker. We are the person that provides the information to the client in order to make the purchase directly with the insurance company, investment company. So there's no direct money transfer between World Financial Group and the client, which is really interesting and really exciting because we're not the middle person. We are the advisor. All the security and everything is through the insurance company and investment company. It's not through us. So that's a big difference. That's why I want to emphasize broker, and that we're not tied to a certain company. right? This is why I want to show these photos. These are my photos at the World Financial Group product exposition in Las Vegas in July 2022. And what I want to show is, you could see on the right side, you can see the Transamerica building, right? A mock-up, and you can see all the American companies like Pacific Life and everyone there. Transamerica, as we'll see on the next slide, has all the lists of the companies. These are all just off the top of my head. And to show that that World Financial Group is big. We provide a lot of volume of sales to clients, to Americans. In fact, Transamerica, who we work with pretty much very closely, it's the number one most voluminous provider of investments, and World Financial Group is the number one most voluminous provider of Transamerica investments to American families. So it's like A is B and B is C. You can say you can't conclude A is C at the scientific level, but you can say, right, like Transamerica's number one most voluminous of investments, and World Financial Group provides the most amount of Transamerica funds to families. That's what we do. We are the disseminator of opportunity, wealth, and growth to the people that banks don't talk to and don't offer any of these services. And what we do as a broker, we're able to have, as my supervisor in Canada, Paxton Fritsch, says, you have a buffet of options of products that you can choose. And what we do is we apply to the company based on your financial goals and plans. That's what we do. We choose the company based on your goals. We don't take what the company has, what an insurance or investment company has, and try to fit it with your plans. No. It's complete reverse. And our meetings are free. Our consultation is all free, all complimentary, no obligation, because it's the insurance company that pays us if you buy the product from them, right? And again, this isn't about making money. This is a spiritual. This is my life mission. I really feel it. In terms of finance, whether it's finance, whether it's, right, you can see, I studied science, whether it's everything. I want people to be ahead. I want people to be in better financial shape. I want people to be the best they are, and I want people to become the leaders that I see that they are in terms of their own finances, in terms of their own financial education. I see it, and I'm ready to help you get there. So owned by Aegon, and Aegon also owns Transamerica, 1928, right? These companies are one of the most secure companies in the world, like insurance companies. They don't go bankrupt. They get acquired for growth. They've been around for over 100 years. So who does World Financial Group work with? We work with all the big name companies, right? Transamerica, Nationwide, Crump, Pacific Life, AMS Financial Solutions Group, and all. There's so many other products and interesting companies that we can work with. What's really interesting is like AMS, they do a lot of like participation rates. They get better returns on investments if they participate in funds that have participation rates so it's like an incentive that's provided to the investor as like a greater return on investment. And if you have a lot of micromanagement at that small scale, you can actually get a quite large return of investment, because it's an additive, it's a summation. It's like a 5-10 year plan instead of a yearly plan, or like a 20, 30, 50 year plan. You do like a 10-year burst of these participation rates, and it becomes very exciting. Andy Pham, he's the mastermind. He's the one that will help you to that, and get in touch with me, and we can set that meeting up free, totally free, always free, via Zoom. And we do funeral concierge, will preparation, everything. So who's World Financial Group? Again, clients pay premium to the insurance company, not World Financial Group. So World Financial Group is then paid by the insurance investment company and not the clients. So therefore, there's no direct money transfer between WFG and our clients. So really, it's technically really impossible for World Financial Group to ever scam any clients. It's impossible, because there's no way for us to get the money from you. It's impossible. We're paid on commissions from the insurance company. The only thing that could happen is to give bad advice, but that's not us. That's not who we are. What we do is our structure. We have Andy, who's the expert. I just got my license, but hey, I'm saying I'm in training. I'm learning it. This is what I know. But if I'm not playing with people's finances. If I'm working with your finances, I'm going to be like, hey, my ego's out the door. Here's Andy. He has 10, 11, 13, 14 years experience. He's going to lead the way until I get there and until you get there. You see, and then it's like there's no ego. It's all to improve your situation. And that's number one. Insurance companies are one of the most stable businesses in history. Been in business for over 100 years. Very secure. So how we set up a sound financial future for you? We have 5 main pillars of financial independence, which is one of Guillermo Haro's, the upline. I believe he's an executive vice chairman. He might be a senior executive vice chairman now in California. Andy's supervisor. 5 pillars of financial independence. We have life insurance, retirement savings, children's education, debt management, and an emergency fund. So life insurance, right? This is the foundation, protecting yourself and your estate, your family financially. If you have dependents, it's an excellent idea to have life insurance because, God forbid anything happens to you or your loved one or both at the same time, what's going to happen? Are your dependents, are they prepared? Are they ready? And what we find is that life insurance, there's 2 different types, right? It doesn't have to be too expensive. We can get you covered. We can get you a good amount that is not too expensive. And that's the beauty with the number of the products and our ability. We have a lot of creativity in helping you get the best. For example, there's term, which is say 10, 15, 20, 25 year, which is a certain year, which is cheaper, right? Because after the 25 years lapses, there's no more coverage, which is very strategic because many times you need insurance at the beginning of your life, for example, to cover a house payment or when you have children or rather when you have dependent children. And at the end of your life, if you have been in a structured plan, you would have a greater wealth and you wouldn't need the amount of insurance. So what we could do is we could create something creative and have, say, 80% of your total coverage on term, right? Say $400,000 and $100,000 on the permanent, which is a little more expensive. So you have that to cover your mortgage, your dependent children until you reach, say, age 65 or something, and then your permanent $100,000 comes into play where you don't need as much insurance for you, and we have investments in something else on the side instead of, say, putting it into annuities, which is a possibility. For the annuity as being the money that would be paid out to you as almost like an investment in your insurance, which is good for tax shelter and for stuff like a Roth IRA, which has like guaranteed like index, so you don't go negative into the time in the market and such. But what we want is we really want investments and insurance. What we want is best for you, but a lot of the times investments and insurance being separate is better depending on your situation, or if you want to shelter, then maybe it might be better in the life insurance, right? So we decide that after checking out your situation, and it's very creative and it's very exciting. So the second is retirement savings, and this is a slide from one of Andy's bi-weekly training sessions. Andy is such a great teacher. He teaches and he brings in product partners that talks about all the products, and he really emphasizes the saving and the tax buckets and the tax advantage, right? So traditionally we have the 401k retirement savings plan, which is taxed very heavily with growth and money withdrawal, right? Thing is, pensions and becoming a little more rare, right? So we need to go private. So we do what? Tax later, right? Like a 401k, Social Security, which is not an ideal investment. That's kind of a secondary thing. What we want to focus on, we want to get you a tax advantage. So either like a Roth 401k, which does need an initial amount of $25,000 in order to get the indexed protection on your investment in the market, right? And you do not pay tax on the withdrawal. And then with that, like I mentioned them previously, with the annuities, depending on the situation, if you want the permanent universal life with the annuities, you get retirement income paid back from the client in the UL. But what we want you to start planning, and we want you to start saving. And those are the two main things. We want to start investing as young as possible, because with investing, nothing is more costly than time, other than maybe taking out your money randomly throughout time in the stock market, just out of fear, instead of just keeping it in the market the entire time. Because what we want to do, we don't want to micromanage the funds. We want to let the expert micromanagers do their micromanaging, and we want to pay a small MER fee in order for them to provide the best returns for us. So it's a great system. We want to set it, forget it, not forget it, but just set it and just let it grow. And our diversified funds that we use allow for a great ability for that. And Andy, he's the man for that. So children's education, right? You set up a 529 savings plan. It's tax-free savings for children's education. Start to save money for children's education. Can also use life insurance to reduce total overall household income. This one's really interesting in case you want to apply for like a student loan or something that has no, or you can defer the interest payments on it. What you can do is you can put money, you can purchase the life insurance plan and contribute to that. And then when you apply for the student loan thing, you could be eligible because your total capital is lower. And not that it's hidden or sheltered by life insurance, but it's just that the understanding is, okay, you've contributed to life insurance, and at this point in time in your life, you're eligible for these loans. So the fourth is debt management. Our main approach is that we can actually, in those first three things, we can replace mortgage insurance with life insurance, which often creates greater coverage at lower cost and is not a depreciating asset. I know that's kind of a double negative, but that's really what it is, because your mortgage insurance, right, you're still paying for it through time as it goes down in terms of the value. In terms of life insurance, you pay through it, you're actually increasing in value, especially with the growth. And then if something were to happen, you could pay off the house with a direct deposit, tax-free, from the life insurance, instead of paying off, or sorry, you can do whatever you want with that money instead of paying off the mortgage, right? Because it goes direct into your bank account, which is exciting and powerful and empowering. And what this does is it can reduce the monthly cost of all your expenses. And what that does is it allows you to provide better planning for paying off debt and just better financial restructuring. If you do have a mortgage, you can also possibly, you could refinance and the mortgage and incorporate that debt into your asset as well. But I'm just saying all the potential options of creativity that we can do for you, and we can do a lot. And the debt is not, that's why I know debt's kind of like number one, like in terms of percentages and math, it's number one, but I put it number 4 because it's like if you just focus on the debt, you're just focusing on a little problem in the big, like in a big house. If you focus on the debt, it's like a leak in something, right, in a faucet. But if you look at the whole house, it's like, okay, like let's look at the house. If we can just rearrange some things and make some money or whatever, then the drip doesn't become that fearful. 2, it would be resolved through other services, right? I guess it's different because I guess that the faucet is kind of a bad example because it's not a transferable asset like money is, right, in terms of like pieces of house, but you know what I mean. Emergency fund also. This is actually extremely important, right? Recommend at least 3-6 months salary saved for emergency fund, either COVID lockdowns, job loss, or right, you're not approved for like employment insurance or whatever. So we open investment accounts with directly deposit bi-weekly or monthly to automatically contribute to the emergency fund. We get clients prepared to start saving in case of emergencies. That's crucial. We want people to start saving money. So let's do it. Let's set up a sound financial future with myself and Andy Pham. Andy will be the one leading the discussion via Zoom. So please go to my website. Again, the link is below in the description, and we can set up an appointment for that. And I'd love to hear from you, and that'd be amazing. That would be my dream. My dream is to improve your financial situation. So that's what I'm going for. So part 2, if you like this, if you're really interested, if you want to become a leader in yourself in financial services, you have the ability to also join World Financial Group under me, and I recommend it greatly. You can become a leader of your own finances. You have the ability to learn everything that you didn't learn in school, right? If you look at the presentation here with Andy, like Andy's he's a business guy. He's a successful economist, financial advisor. So he goes into the nitty gritty of how to maximize people's wealth. He enjoys it. He loves the creativity of it, and it's contagious. His expertise and knowledge and success is contagious. So life insurance investment agents produce the highest number of new millionaires across all industries every year. But again, it's not about the money, and that's what I'm coming to this realization, because it's about helping people, talking with people, and it's about the connection building with people and improving them. And it's like, me on this earth, what is my role? Is to lead, is to improve others, to get others into better education financially and improvement of themselves as a leader for themselves financially and for others. So you joining also helps me grow my team and my business, which is awesome, because we would be working together, we'd be learning together, we'd be building together, we'd be growing together. So how you can join, what you can do is sign up for World Financial Group. So again, make that meeting with me in the website below, $100 USD to join World Financial Group, to learn about financial services and planning, investments, life insurance, annuities, retirement savings plans. I want to share a story. At first, I'll be honest, I didn't trust World Financial Group for whatever reason, not because of who they are or their history or whatever, but just out of my own paranoia. So what I did is I got a $1,000 limit credit card, a second one, in order to pay the $100 to join, because I feared that what if they max out the credit card, right? now I laugh about it, because it's just so. I see it as well. I think it's still kind of smart, even though I know now that they weren't ever going to scam me, but like, which they never did. So through time, like, I saw they never charged it again, so I just canceled the card, right? Like over like several months. Like, okay, I said, okay, it's legit. But why I'm saying this is because I remember my thoughts before joining and what I would do in order to protect myself. I'm an insurance guy. I'm selling insurance. I need things to be set real, like 100%. And so I protected myself when I joined. But you don't have to do that. If you want to, you can do the same path as me. There's no issue, right? Unless whatever. But I want you to trust me, but I want you to not. I don't want there to be trust. I want you to learn in order so that you don't have to trust. In order to be like, oh, I know this. And that's what I want for you. So to get licensed is, so you sign up for your state online education program. It's by state. You get licensed per state. I don't know the cost. The cost will vary by state. You got to do the online course. There's like a specific course. I don't know the name of it. Again, I got my license through Ontario, Canada, but since I'm working with Andy Pham, under Andy Pham, I can work with Canadian and American clients. So this is what I want to do and help you. And you have to register to pass the state license exam. Usually it's just one exam. Here in Ontario, Canada, it's 4, which is intense. You could do it. I believe the American one is also open book, and you can search multiple choice. You could do it. You can become an expert. And you get the license in your state, which is probably another $100 or so. And so it's about $700 to get your license in order to, but the majority, like only 100 of that is to World Financial Group. The majority of that is to federal regulations on how to get a license, right? And then there's error and omission. I didn't put it here, but there's error and omissions insurance that you have to pay as well, and World Financial Group fees. So once you get your license, it's approximately about $1,500 to $2,000 per year in fees, more or less. I mean, I might be off by $500, either negative or positive, probably negative. But if we're talking becoming a financial advisor and making this money, it's a very small cost. Especially, it covers website making, and you don't have to reinvent the wheel here, which is beautiful. And that's kind of the power of growth and what makes it so great. So benefits of joining: you can learn about finances, everything you didn't learn in school. Like I said, you can make extra money or very good money if full time. Create residual income. You can control your own time and be your own boss. Great team that helps virtually and in person. You joining helps me build my team, achieve my dream too. It allows you to build a team and achieve your dream too. And life insurance investment, you produce the highest number of new millionaires across all industries every year. But I'm not here for, I am here for the money, but I'm here for spiritual growth, for your growth, that's the point. The money is almost a metaphor, because the point is for you to grow as a leader in terms of financial education, independence, confidence, and skills. And the last one, personal growth beyond belief, and that's really what it is. I wasn't like this. I didn't exist 2 years ago. This person here in front of you doesn't. Everything that I've learned and I've acquired, I've been a sponge, and I'm trying to expunge all the information I've learned and shared. Right, like even just taking a look at the Andy's biweekly Zoom trainings. It's so like technical and right. It's just so right. I mean, I love, technical information is in my opinion neutral, but if it's correct technical information, then it's just spectacular, right? Because it's well, one, it's complex, but two, it's boundary pushing, and three, it's just right. And you can see people from all over North America joining, and we learned so much, and it's amazing. So please use my website below to set up the sound financial future for you with Andy and I. And the meeting will be with me at my website, and it will be a Zoom meeting. It will be with me and Andy, with Andy and I. And Andy will do the majority of the talking, and because he's the expert, and we work as a team for your benefit. That's the point, for you. So completely free meeting, completely free appointment. I would love that you would reach out and set that up with Andy and I. And thank you very much for paying attention to this presentation. I hope you learned something, and please set up that meeting with me, and I will hear from you soon. Thanks a lot.